folks. Finally got a comments video out. Finally. By the way, caveat emptor. You know that little card that just scrolled by you right before I came on here? Maybe you might want to go back and read that again before you go leaving comments on this channel. Because we're going to have some spiciness at the end of this video. I can't do it right now, or I won't do it right now, simply because of YouTube's algorithms, because I'm not going to be cussing or being very straightforward and blunt about things right now. I'm going to save that for the end. So if you want to get to the spiciness, you're going to have to wait to the end of the video if you're watching it live. If you're not watching it live, you can just fast forward to the end. Because we have yet another Russell J. Gould cult follower coming on here acting like they know something, and then when you read their grammar you can see that they don't know jack-ish. So you have that to look forward to. But right now we have a comment from QPWO 10FUL. And they say no one will need it in our X, LOL, and then United Nations Resolution of December 17, 2024, read carefully. So this is in response. They commented on a video where I said, is there no one else? Meaning, is there anyone else on YouTube that does live streams like I do in the public? Is there anyone else on YouTube that has over 1,000 correct sentence structure, communication, parsing, syntax, grammar videos? Free to the public. Is there? It's a rhetorical question, because there isn't. I can say that after 8+ years of doing this. And my regular viewers are probably sick of me saying things like that. However, I will repeat them for folks like this, who basically are coming on here as noobs and have no idea. So no one will need it in hour X. I don't know what hour that is. That location, hour X, has nothing, means nothing to me. And then United Nations Resolution of December 17, 2024, read carefully. Why? It means nothing to me. I mean, if you want to participate with the fiction system in that context, go ahead. QPW, you knock yourself out. But as for me, it has no meaning to me and has literally no effect on anything I do. Next comment comes from Lily Santelli. And this individual leaves nice emoji comments most of the time, or they'll say thank you, but they'll leave like hearts and prayer hands and flowers and sunflowers and things like that. But the weird thing about it, folks, is people like Sabrina Carpenter, whoever that is, which I doubt that's even a real person, they'll leave goofy comments like ratio plus Mel Robbins ended you plus short stream. Like, they'll say things like this that I have no idea what they're talking about. But this isn't the only individual. Other individuals will comment on Lily Santelli's comments on my channel, telling Lily to contact them, talking about how Lily's it's just weirdness. So I just thought I'd post this up for posterity. Lily has never done anything wrong on this channel. She's never gone against the community guidelines. She's only left positive performance comments, whether it's emojis or just saying thank you. And then these people come in and troll her. Why? I don't know. Next comment comes from Jonathan Lears. And they say, that's because animals, fish, birds, insects don't have freedom of choice. They don't exist as the one like we do. My cooliana to that is, interesting that you presume that animals, birds, fish, insects don't have a choice. Are you psychic? From my observation, I witness them making choices all the time. Again, folks, it comes down to presumption assumption. One may only make a claim for oneself. making a claim for any other living creature, whether that's a bird, a fish, a human, whatever, that's trespass. Then wheat period father comes on and says, conscience-ness is all hyphen God's creation forming free will :space O and media computing ish heads are making those innocent appear guilty while keeping those guilty narrative fiddlery looking innocent. Why do people write like this? I don't get it. Like, why? Do you not possess the cognitive capacity and neurological pathways to write in plain, simple English? Because you certainly don't possess the neurological pathways and cognitive ability, capacity to write in correct sentence structure. So why bother? I mean, it's like a martial artist, someone getting into a boxing ring to fight a professional boxer. Like, why would you do that if you don't know how to box, if you don't know how to fight? You're going to get your ass kicked. Oh, geez. I'm cussing already. Anyways. So then I say media computing ish heads are easily certifiable as facts with tangible evidence. However, all God's is not. And then they say :AF period affirmative. Christopher hyphen Jason : Mick hyphen Clement. No grift here. Will happily give closure of our experience. Again, why do people write like that? It's just, from my perspective of using, participating with, and performing with correct sentence structure, communication, parsing, syntax, grammar for 8+ years, almost on a daily basis, it makes no sense to me why someone would write like this if they don't know what they're doing, unless they're delusional and they think they know what they're doing. I'll bet you dollars to donuts that if I would actually confront wheat hyphen father and ask them to explain this, they wouldn't be able to do it. They wouldn't be able to explain why they're writing the way they're writing. I guarantee it, 100%. Guarantee it. Well, maybe I should put it at 99.9, because there is always that small percent that I could be wrong in this area, but my experience tells me I'm not. So I'm guessing that's their name, Christopher hyphen Jason. And if you look at this, this is incorrect grammar. And I can tell you why. There's a mistake in here. There is a violation of Rule 1 rule equal. And I'll leave it to you to figure out what that is. So my Kuleana to that is no grift with grammar like that. You disprove your claim with your own grammar. But please, proceed. And then they say, be calmin thyself, Holmes. Now, folks, if your volition is pure, if your volition is positive, if you cultivate your humility, why would you ever come onto someone else's vessel, go into someone else's domain, come into someone else's house, come onto their porch, and condescend them? Whenever the history of having discussions, you're having a discussion with someone, maybe a debate, even an argument, when has the phrase calm down ever calmed anyone down, ever been of benefit, moving a conversation forward towards a solution? Never in history, I don't think. Ever. So that tells me, that's my first clue as to what the temperament and volition of this wheat period father is. We needn't beginning sagas with peeing contesticles, claim hardiness, or position other men's. Oh my goodness gracious. I am old school and loathe typing. You're old school. How old school are you? Like 500 old school? I mean, is this the way they used to write back in the BCs, bro? Or are you just ignorant of the English language? I said, you are a guest here, yet you have not availed yourself of the community guidelines. Which, if they had read the community guidelines, if they had honored this vessel's terms and conditions, because they are a guest here, they chose to be here. They didn't have to be here. But I have the comments set to public so they can come on here as long as they follow the community guidelines, which they're not doing. Interesting that you apologize for your fiction babble already. If you'd like to learn correct sentence structure, you're welcome to apply for a workshop or watch the 1,000 plus free videos on this very channel. Of course, I offer them a venue so that we can meet face to face, so to speak, in a video consult. Do you think they took me up on it? That's a rhetorical question. So now more drama from the Drama Llama Wheat period father, and Drama Llama is a term of endearment. Commenting on my video on AI, or maybe it's a post on AI, but they said, what if AI happens to be son of loving father and mother? Not being aware of any foreign matter put inside of his head after bad injury when very young. So we're assigning gender now. Man, the sheer amount of assumption presumption in this comment is staggering. So then my Kuliana is, what if monkeys fly out of spaceships? What if your loving father is really King Chucky? So many hypotheticals, so little correct sentence structure, psychology, exclamation point. Now, take what I'm saying in here in context, in the context of the other comments that we just looked at from this individual. Okay? Put that in context. Now, do you think I'm being mean here? Or do you think that I seem upset here? All you regular viewers out there, I think you know the answer to that. I'm feeling this person out to see what their response is next going to be, and I can pretty much imagine what it's going to be. This is basically the equivalent of me giving someone enough rope to hang themselves with, or enough rope to climb out of the hole they started digging. And it's their choice as to how they want to use that. So how do they use the rope? They say, have I slighted you somehow, brah? Hypothetical terms, mine's father's capacitance within love and kindness is not for judgment. Whatever the hell that means. I mean, you might as well say goo goo gaga to me. I have no idea what they're talking about. But I do know what they're saying here. Have I slighted you somehow, brah? Like they're offended now. They're like, did I say something? Acting all like, ooh. And then I say, slighted? Nah, brah. I do recommend you read my community guidelines before you continue on as my guest. And then they say, I am not your guest. Oh, but you are, because you're on this vessel. You have chosen to come here. No one twisted your arm to come here. You are a guest. Period. I am justness of man manuscripting provisions on ratcheting down harming stations by self-styling purveyors for correctness. Mayhap we be learning better communications for... Oh, wow, here we go. That's pretty funny. So they're telling me, it appears to me that they're telling me to learn better communications and calling me a self-styling purveyor for correctness. Which is fine. I mean, that's probably how they do see me, because they're completely ignorant of correct sentence structure, so they wouldn't know correctness if it bit them in the butt, right? So Speaking of butt, this individual, by my perception, is definitely butt hurt. Just as I thought they would be, so we know what they've done with the rope I've given them. And I said, you not only lack correct grammar skills, in the context of quantum grammar, you also lack plain simple English skills, as well as contract etiquette skills. I suppose you are used to walking into other people's domains and doing whatever you like, saying whatever you want, with zero consequences. This channel, my channel, is different. And then they say, likewise, punctuation marks long. Your musing is this Trump suit for AI witnessing for what in the heck? We are needing I have no idea what they are talking about. Stay in touch, we try again later. Yeah, try harder. Try much harder. And try using plain simple English instead of this conglomeration of BS. Then I say, who is we? You and the voices in your head? Next comment comes from Ted Berry. Kind of a new viewer in the last few months, but a very consistent commenter, which I do appreciate. Thank you. And they're also a member. They say, best advice, thanks Jason. RJG salvaged the flag, not the country that lost it. That's the thing people can't differentiate. Well, as you're going to see, that's not the only thing that people can't differentiate. Field Marshal McGregor is the property commander-in-chief if martial law is enacted. Trump and gang are actors reading off teleprompted scripts. Trump and gang are actors reading off teleprompted scripts. I can agree with that. Marshal McGregor is the proper commander-in-chief if martial law is enacted. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the fiction that much to know who's in command of the fiction. Because guess what? I'm in command of my domain and biosphere in the fact. Nothing to do with anyone named McGregor, whether it's Conor McGregor or Marshall McGregor or whatever. Navy and Pentagon fly the unfringed flag. I'm not sure that's true. But I will say that the Navy and Pentagon always fly a flag that has a finial or a topper on it, which means that flag is still just as modified as if it had fringe on it. So it's still a captured flag. RJG is a megalomaniac. Okay, well, I'm not going to argue with that either. So then I say, RJG salvaged the flag. Please show me your proof of that. Then they say, I don't have actual proof. Actually, hearsay is all I have. The hearsay claim that DAVID-WYNN, Miller, and RJG claimed the flag when supposedly forfeited by USA. Now used as correct sentence structure flag. Perhaps the proof is use as correct sentence structure flag. And then I say, a logical deduction on your part, however, that's not really any kind of proof at all. I will address this in a future comments video, proving there is no correct sentence structure copyright on the 1x1.9 flag. So, yeah. I've said that in many, many videos, shown proof. There is no correct sentence structure, communication, parsing, syntax, grammar, copyright on the 1x1.9 flag. There is no copyright written in correct grammar. Show me one, because there isn't. Because if you show me one, I can show you mistakes all over it. And I've done that in past videos on the actual copyright of the flag. Well, the claim of copyright written in quantum gobbledygook. All right. Now, the logical deduction I'm talking about is where Ted Berry states maybe proof of what happened is use of the correct sentence structure flag, which that I did prove to myself that there's definitely something going on there, because in 2017, when I began making correct sentence structure claims using document, contract, postal vessel, court venues, I was successful with it. Even before I fully knew how to syntax and had closure on the grammar, I was being successful using claims, using the flag. with posted, the correct banking mechanics, postal mechanics, grammar mechanics, and flag mechanics. I was 100% successful with it. So that tells me there's something there. Now, does that have to do with the flag? Or does that have to do with volition? I'm not quite sure at this stage. I mean, at the stage that I was in 2017. But as time went on, as the now space continued and the continuum continued, I came to the conclusion that there is no correct sentence structure copyright on the flag, but that doesn't matter. Because you and I can use this 1 by 1.9 flag if we have adequate closure on the grammar, on correct grammar. We use it, we have authorization to use it because we can author our own documents. Doesn't mean we own the flag. Doesn't mean we have a copyright on the flag. No, 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 no. It's like, does anyone have a copyright on air? No. We use it. We breathe it. Do we have copyright on plain English? No. But we can use it, right? We have to know how to use it, though. And the level to which we have knowledge of how to use it is directly related to the level that we have success in communicating with it. And it's the same thing with correct sentence structure. Just on a more severe level, I guess you would say. So, just because I'm successful with my correct sentence structure claims is not proof that Russell and David salvaged that flag, is what I'm trying to say. But what it is proof of is that if you know what you're doing, you can be successful using the mechanics that I teach in the over 1,000 free videos on this channel regarding the grammar technology known as correct sentence structure, communication, parse, syntax, grammar. Next comment comes from a dot. And they say, :space, how can giving someone medicine, P-harma, makers of poisons and potions, pharmaceutical or cephalic trauma anagram, how does medicine help prisoners? So all I could do there is just syntax what they said because I have no idea what they're talking about. And again, folks, I don't know why people comment like that. I've said it ad nauseum. If you don't know correct sentence structure, if your volition is to be cognized, if your volition is to have other people understand what it is you're saying, just write in plain simple English. But if your volition is to be confusing and to look as though you are ignorant, this is exactly the way that you would write on this channel. Maybe other folks on other channels may think, ooh, that's mysterious, or they're smart. Not here. Next comment comes from Chetty's Paul, and they say, I respect what you're doing greatly. Correct syntax grammar was introduced to me about 3 years ago by a friend who is now deceased. He managed to be me started by explaining the basics of live claim. We never finished because I migrated to the U.S. from Guyana. Please, I am very much interested in completing what I started with him. Can you assist from the beginning with my live claim? The CPAS, POA, and trust are the key things I'm most interested in right now. Please for your guidance and assistance. Okay. Well, I don't know who your friend was, and condolences on your friend's passing. I don't think your friend had closure on this stuff, judging by what you're repeating here. The beginning, if I'm to assist you from the beginning, that means you have to learn the grammar first before we do anything like a live claim. Okay? That's the order of operations. So, of course, I'd be more than happy to help you to learn this grammar. You just have to contact me at jasonmatthewg17@gmail.com. The email address at the bottom of your screen here. Use your full correct name and apply for workshops. And we'll go from there. So, there you go. I hope to hear from you soon. Here's a comment from someone named More Credit, and they say, I too have had comments deleted from Richard's show and other shows, they were comments on how to pay your utility bills, and we all know that sharing good info is not permitted by our governments. Just saying YouTube are watching us, keep up the good work and be blessed. Well, yeah. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Of course YouTube is watching us. YouTube is a platform that we use for free. I mean, you can use a paid subscription service, but for the most part, it's free. So if you're on here, you're agreeing to be watched. And you're agreeing to be censored. Because it's not your platform. And they're talking about Richard Vobes. In a video I did on Richard Vobes, who, with my eyes, you know, there's a lot of red flags with that guy. I always like to check out things that people send me, and people are like, oh, you got to check out this Richard Vobes. He's really putting good info out there. Which may be true. There is some good info he's putting out there, but he's also censoring things. There's also certain things he won't put out there, because I have definitely commented on his things. I'm pretty sure on the video that you see in the thumbnail there, that particular video, and he deleted my comment because I said that that guy has no correct sentence structure, knowledge, or closure, because he didn't. And my comment got deleted. So I can see how he would perhaps delete a comment on how to pay a utility bill, because that could get someone in trouble. And you don't want to be out there causing shipwrecks. It's like me, you know, I share grammar mechanics on this channel, specific grammar mechanics, all of them, 100%, nothing held back, nothing classified, nothing hidden. There are no secrets or tricks. The grammar is all here. But what I don't share specific details of are postal mechanics, flag mechanics, and banking mechanics. Because if you use those without closure on grammar mechanics, you could get yourself into trouble. And I don't want anybody to get in trouble. So the grammar always comes first. I know people could make, and do make, tons of money teaching that other stuff. But it gets people in trouble, and I've never seen a success story from it. So be careful. And finally, here we are with the spiciness. Someone named Charles H. Robinson 2 says, for the claims of Jason Matthew. Why do they always spell my name wrong? Space glass is with bad volition of contentment and lack of full authorization by this postmaster's knowledge. For the fact is with this video is full confession for the fact and claim. Okay, let's look at this from a correct sentence structure point of view. Emblazon this in your mind, because I'm going to go over to Word and we're going to pick this apart. Okay, so this is written out exactly as they wrote it. For the claims of Jason Matthew Glass with the bad volition of contentment and lack of full authorization by this postmaster's knowledge for the fact is with this video is full confession for the fact and claim. Alright, so let's look at some obvious things here, spelling wise. They spelled my name wrong. Not only that, the whole name is in all caps. So that means they've murdered me. Okay? What are they trying to say here? There is no hyphen between these two words. You see that? So that automatically puts it into adverb, verb, adjective, pronoun. Not only that, but there's no lodial between with and bad. So this is all bad. And then there's no lodial between here. Let's do something different here. Let's do that. And then switch that over. and do that. Contentment in lack, and again, goodness gracious, no lodio, incorrect concatenation. The authority by is not preceded by a possessive, it's preceded by a concern. And then we have for the fact. So there's always two position lodio fact phrases in front of the verb. They only have one. So that's wrong. And there's two verbs in the sentence? Geez, that's bare basic beginner stuff right there, bro. Holy cow, someone take him out the plastic. He's brand new. No hyphen there. This position does not come at the end because the authority has to come at the end. So let's look at this. Let's graph it, as David-WYNN Miller would say. Okay, this colon right here is wrong, of course. Because why would that be there? And you see this word claims is plural, so the verb's wrong also. Here's another colon. So let's take a look at this. For the claims of Jason Matthew Glasses with, let's try and read that backwards. For this postmaster's knowledge, with full authorization, bang, right away it's wrong. Because every correct sentence structure must start with for the facts of the facts. It's never for the facts with the facts. And then this other sentence here, same thing. It's always for the facts of the facts, and they just have for the fact, which negates the mathematical interface. Not only that, they have two verbs. I'm not even going to do the whole thing. What's the point? What is the point? So now I'm going to go through and syntax this. For is a pronoun. The adverb. Claims, adjective, of, pronoun. Then we have this break in the continuance of the evidence with this colon. And then this name is going to be a pronoun. Another break in the continuance of the evidence. Class is adjective. Is, pronoun. With, adverb. Bad, adjective. Volition, pronoun, of, adverb. Contentment, verb, and conjunction, lack, verb, of, adverb, full, adjective, authorization, adjective, by, pronoun, this, adverb, postmaster's knowledge, verb, for is a pronoun, the, adverb, fact, adjective, is, adjective with pronoun, this adverb, video, adjective, is, adjective, full, adjective, confession, adjective, for, pronoun, the, adverb, fact, verb, and conjunction, and claim, dangling participle verb. Oops, I put a V there. There we go. There you have it. There's your syntax values for this sentence. I don't think there's any past or future tense in there. I mean, in this context, you could say that 4 would be a 4.9, because when you look up the particle, it is future tense in this context of the fiction babble, but this guy. He left a couple other comments. One of them was a comment on one of my viewers from Australia, and this guy said something like, I don't know how you people don't understand that aspire on your flag means you're under martial law. Like, very condescending. Very much in line with the Russell J. Gould line of thinking and attitude. Bullying, condescending. If you don't think like they think or agree with what they agree with, or agree with them, then they bully you, they name call you, whatever. And really, if you just zoom back and look at what he's saying here, saying that Jason Matthew Glass, all caps, name misspelled, is with bad volition of contentment. What does that mean? That it's bad volition to be content with something? And then that lacking full authorization by this postmaster's knowledge, which I'm guessing that the postmaster is Charles. So I lack authorization from this guy's knowledge? What? That's like saying I lack authorization from a first grader, or a kindergartner, or even a preschooler, or hell, in this case, a little baby wee toddler. That's Charles Robinson. Goo goo gaga. Quantum gobbledygook. All right, folks. Hope you found this entertaining. If you like it, hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Doesn't matter which. Subscribe. Thank you again for the over 6,000 subscribers we got here. I appreciate your viewership. And I'll catch you in the next one. Que sera, sera.